right, usually when we're using the gliders, we want to have a little bit of space, so you might just have your mat folded up. That also gives us some cushioning for what we do in the future. And we'll just start here with our shoulder rolls. Make them a little bit bigger. Arm movement, step it out. And then on this next one, we'll come down, hands on your thighs, roll through your cat and inhale through your cow. And then do that same thing but with the right shoulder dropped in. And then left shoulder dropped in. And then back to center. Take a deep breath in, relax that down. We'll just do our step touch. All right, we're going to keep this step touch going, but we're going to bring it forward for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step it back for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Forward, 4, 3. You can make them as big as you want. One more time, forward. And back. All right, keep that step touch going. In a moment, we're going to take 2 to the right. In 4, 3, 2. Here you go. Leave it here this time, step touch only. Give me a bicep curl and toe in front. And then you're going to keep your bicep going, bring it into a knee lift. And then keep the knee lift going. Arms are here, squeeze them back. And then we start up and over. Knee comes across. And in a moment, we'll stay on the right and double time. In 4, 3, 2. Here you go. Two more. And step touch. Bring it forward. Step it back. And forward. And back. One more forward. And back. Step touch only. In a moment, we'll go to the left. 4, 3, 2, 2 times. And step touch only. We're going to bring our hands in and we're going to press them back, tricep, and add a hamstring curl. And then those arms get a little bigger, kind of pumping up and down. And the knees start to come in. And we're going to go big arms up and over. In a moment, we'll stay on the left and double time it. In 4, 3, 2. Here you go. Two more. And step touch only. Woo! Roll those shoulders. And slow it down. And get a little dip in the middle. And then slow it a little more, and we stay in the middle. And again, we're going to roll through that cat, and inhale through that cow, cat, and cow. Let's drop our left shoulder in and just open it with that beautiful stretch. Go the other way. And back through center. Big deep breath in. All right, grab your slippery item, your glider. You can have your chair handy, you may or may not need it. We're going to have our weight on our right foot, and left foot is on your slippery item. You're just going forward and back, forward and back. By bending that right knee, left leg slides forward. And then we're going to do the same thing to the side. Left leg goes to the side. You wanted to, you could do kind of those little skater arms. So we go from ballerina to skater. And then we're going to step forward with that right leg. Left leg is on that. You slide back and slide forward. If you want to add a little intensity, when your legs go back or leg goes back, your arms go up or forward. All right, back to the beginning. We're going to go forward for 4, 3, 2. Last one, we go to the side for 4, 3, 2. Last one, we go to the back. Ouch on that right side. And now we do 2 to the front, 2 to the side, 2 to the back, and then 1 in each direction. 1 front, side, and back. Woo, step off of that. Cross that right leg over. Put your hand on your left hip. Stretch that right arm as tall as you can, reaching from your finger to your armpit, armpit to hip, and hip down to your ankle. And then use that left hand to give that hip a gentle press. Beautiful. All right. And now that glider is underneath your right foot. Weight is on that left leg. And remember, we'll be bending into that left leg to reach forward with the right toes. When we go to the side, you can use those skater arms if you like that. Beautiful. And then we step it forward with the left leg, and back we go with the right, adding arms to the front if you want, don't have to. And then we go back to the front just for 4. Side for 4. And back for 4. Front for 2. Side 2. Back for 2. And then finally, just 1 in each direction. Front, side, back. Woo! Step off of the head. Left leg over right. Right hand on your right hip. Left arm reaches tall, tall, tall. Stretching that full side. And then just give a little press. And back through center. All right. Let's get the fun stuff done. So you're going to use your chair for this first one. You're going to step forward significantly with your left foot. Glider is under your right. Your goal is to glide back, keep your knee over your ankle, not in front like that, and sit down so that maybe your quadricep gets somewhat close to parallel. And then without dragging yourself forward, you try to simply stand up from there. So reach it back and stand it up. Doing your best to keep light weight, light pressure on your hands. They might help you some. We have one more like this. And then we go back, we sit into it, and then we're just coming halfway in and halfway out. And relax. Woo. Quick little break. We're gonna cross that left ankle over the right thigh. Stick that booty out behind you. Stick your booty up so you have an arch in your spine like you're doing a cow. And then tuck it under like a cat. And extend it out like a cow, tailbone up, shoulders squeeze, and roll it under one more time. And finally stick it out last time. Stand it up, and then glider goes underneath your left foot, right leg forward, standing tall. You slide back. Our goal is to keep the knee over the heel and try and get that quadricep somewhat parallel to the ground, and stand up without leaning forward too much. And on this one, we stay back, and we're trying to do that small move in and out. And bring it up. Woo, right ankle crosses left, tailbone out, stick that booty up, and roll it under. And stick it out again. Roll it under, and one more time, stick it out. All right. This time, we're stepping forward with the left leg, and you may do a little bit of turnout with your foot. You can choose what you think. And that right foot is on the glider. It's not to the side, it's not to the back, it's bisecting those two. So it's on a little bit of an angle. So we press it out and bring it in. If that left side doesn't feel comfortable, you can try a little more parallel position. You can play with the angle of your foot. Last one, reach it out and halfway in. And bring it up. We get to do that whole thing on the other side. So it's underneath the left foot. Again, at 4 o'clock or 8 o'clock-ish, right foot, maybe on a little bit of an angle, slide it back and slide it in. Keep that going. And we keep this one back, small moves. And up you go. All right. So we're still facing the chair, and we are going to do the pure sideways one, like we did in the warm-ups. But because we have that chair, we're going to see how far we can go. And on this one, you're trying to actually keep your whole foot down, not just the toes on it, for a little extra challenge for those inner thighs. And last one, bring it in. Step on it with your right or left foot, sorry. Hey, baby. And then we reach out, trying to get the whole foot on it. That's your extra bonus. Last one. Bring that up. All right, we're going to sit in the chair for a second. And your glider will be out in front of you. All right, so we're just going to play with this initially, just get really used to where we want to be. Gliders under your left foot. All you're going to do is just do a couple little hamstring curls. Lift those toes up so the heel is actually doing the dragging back, and get used to that motion. And then move that to your right foot. Toes up, heel down, little hamstring drag. Sitting nice and tall. Beautiful. And then we're going to see how it would feel to do both legs sitting tall. You don't have to go all the way straight. The more you keep your knees together, the more challenge that will be. All right. Okay. Ignore this for a second. Yippee! Hands are by your sides. Scoot to the very front of your chair. Open your chest, so you try to roll those shoulders up, back, and down. And then scoot just off the front of the chair and give me a little tricep dip. Now give me a tricep dip, but walk the feet ahead. And then sit back up on your chair. You know what's coming. So we're not going to do a ton of these. One option is to have a single foot on there. You're going to do your dips and your curls at the same time. You can just, I'll tell you when we're halfway through, and you can move it to the other foot, or you can try the whole shebang. Both heels on your slippery glider item. Scoot to the front of your chair. Drop your hips off, legs go out, in, and up and down with those arms. If you're doing one, switch it up now. Woo! Wish I'd said that sooner. And relax. Woo. All right, let's shake out those hands. Take that left hand down to your left shoulder and use your right hand to pull it back, getting a deeper stretch. So it's on the same side, long stretch. And then move it to the center of your spine, pulling it back probably a little more. And then finally move it to your opposite shoulder and pull back. And then shake that out. Right hand comes to your right shoulder, push it up and back. And to the center of your spine. And opposite side. Good. Roll all that out, shake that out. Okay, we're moving to our pike plank in a high plank position. So I would suggest you keep your mat maybe folded a little bit just for cushioning on your hands. And then your slippery item is going to be under both feet, but don't get there yet. So we're up here and find your plank. Now, you are welcome to stay here in that high plank or look down at your toes. You're not going to start with a hip lift. You're going to pull your belly button in and roll up into your pike and then stretch it back out and scoot it back up and stretch it back out. Just two more. Boy. Okay. Maybe sit on your mat and shoot a hoop with your right hand, follow through, pull back, keeping that elbow nice and straight, pull those fingers back and down, drop the shoulder. Flip the hand up, like stop in the name of love and pull it back. And then gently roll the fist and pull back that whole fist. Flip the arm over, hand down, and pull back. Shake that out. Shoot a hoop with your left hand, pull back. Elbow straight. Pull back with the fingers up. And then gentle fist, pull back. And then flip it upside down, fingers to the ground. Woo! And then just big stretch for the chest. And then if your mat is folded in quarters, maybe fold it halfway, unfold it halfway. So we're going to want to be on our mat, but our feet are off the mat. We're going to do one more little hamstring love here. So on this first one, once again, I'm just going to have that slippery item under one foot. So right now I have it under my right foot, and I'm just going to see what a hamstring curl would feel like with no pressure, right? No pressure. And then I'm going to lift my hips up, and hopefully my hands do that same hamstring curl. Just a couple. This is, again, just giving you opportunity here. And then bring that down. And then scoot that to the other foot. Lift up, hands come up. Couple of hamstring curls here. And relax. All right, so you know what's coming. We're going to try and put both heels on the slippery item. I'll tell you after we've done probably 5 of them, and you can choose to switch to the other foot if you want to do singles. Otherwise, toes in the air, hips up. Maybe keep your hands down initially till you find out, oh, this is kind of hard. Please squeeze those knees together for that bonus love on those medial hamstrings. If you're doing one leg, switch it now. And relax. Boy. Take a break. Pull your right knee in, give it a quick little hug. Flex through the left heel. Maybe flex through the right. Extend it up and bring it down. Left knee in, keep that right heel flexed. Bring that left leg up. And down we go. We're not done. Sorry. Okay, let's do that side plank with this. And we have a few options. Your elbow will be on your mat. First option, I would put your top leg in front of the bottom one with both on that mat, on that slippery item, and lift up. And then you can just hold there, or you can try and, whoops, you can try and fall down. You can try and do a tiny pike and back down. So I'm polishing the floor by an inch. If that feels way too difficult, you can take the top knee, bend it, and the bottom leg does the movement only. And if you don't like that, switch it, take the bottom leg behind you, there we go. It's going to bend a little bit. No, there you go. All right, so you have multiple options there. We're going to do just a couple more, whichever one you've chosen to do. And relax. Okay, I'm going to put you in charge of remembering which side was up right now. So I see you on screen. When we do the other one, which we're not doing yet, your head should be at the other end. Okay. But we're going to do a plank in between. So both feet are going on the mat, on the glider, and elbows on the mat. We tuck our toes. And again, if we choose to do the pipe, I'm going to look at my belly button and I'm going to glide up and glide back. When you're done, I am. Relax. And if you were using your mat cushioning, move it to the other side, aka move your head the other way. And we'll do side planks on the other side. And again, you're going to make a choice. This is my shoulder that's a little more challenged, so I'm not going to do both legs. When you're ready, shoulder up, back, and down. Bring it on up, and then you choose if you want to move it all. And come down when you're ready. And you can either keep your mat folded in half, you can bring it out the whole length. We're going to leave that slippery item off the front. We're going to come onto our abs. And forehead is near the front of the mat. Hands are on your slippery item, and then bring it back for just a second while we rest. Left leg, lift it, straighten it, point the toes as you come down, kneecaps stay lifted. Right leg, same thing. And then maybe these are touching, or maybe they're hip distance apart, maybe they're mat distance apart. Hands on top of your glider. We're going to keep the forehead even with the ground. Without bending your elbows, just glide the shoulder blades down your spine and away. So I'm just polishing the floor, no elbow grease, right? No elbow movement. And then when you're ready to add on, pull it back and glide up into a small little lift, really accentuate, squeezing those shoulders together and back down. Inhale, exhale, glide it back, give it a squeeze, inhale at the top, exhale down, inhale, exhale, glide and squeeze, inhale to prepare, exhale to lift, pubic bone pushes into the ground, shoulder blades squeeze together. Inhale, prepare, exhale, lift, inhale at the top, squeeze it all, exhale down, one more, bring it back, hold it up, and relax. And then we're going to spin all the way over and up to a seated position. Let's take a moment, curl through our spine. Slippery item day is a little bit tougher sometimes on the back. And then sit tall. And we'll do that one more time, like you're doing a seated cat and a cow. And then pull those glutes out from under you, sitting nice and tall. And the slippery item is facing the camera, shoulders up, back, and down. I'm going to hinge back a tiny bit. I'm going to move that arm away from me. And then if I'm okay with it, I'm going to rotate a little bit and then come back up. So I'm making an arc. I'm making a rainbow. Rainbow. This back arm, I've still got it holding onto my knee, but you can lift it up to help keep your spine tall as you do this. Two more. And last one. And here we go, other side. Okay. So sitting really tall, I'm still holding that front knee. I'm going to slide it out and back and make that rainbow. And again, you have the option to let go. Or lift up. And relax. Woo! And we're climbing our way back down, lying down position. Hug those knees in. Let's give those hip flexors a moment. So we're going to widen our stance and let the right knee drop in while the left leg drops open. If you want, you could take your right hand and gently place it on the outside of that right thigh to get a little extra stretch. And then bring all that back up. Let that left knee drop in, right leg drop open. And again, my left hand might gently press on that leg. And back up we go. Let's flip it around one more time. Right knee in, left leg open. And other way. Left knee in, right leg open. And then long stretch, point those toes, arms reach up overhead. And then I want you to flex the toes, pull the belly button in and tuck the hips under, rounding out that low back. So you're pressing that low back into the ground. Call this kind of Charlie Chaplin with your lower body. Take your peace sign fingers to the edges of your skull, elbows on the ground. We're going to start with an inhale. Float the head, neck, and shoulders off the ground. Stay there for a moment. On the exhale, I want you to reach your arms a little bit further forward and maybe even bend the knees and pull yourself up. I'm going to give you an option to this if this doesn't work. Inhale, sit tall. Let's bring the arms out. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, sit up. Fingers back to your skull. Not here, tall. And then pull the belly button in. As you're coming back and down, if your elbows come forward or if your legs come off the ground, instead bend them and help yourself down. So this is neck pull, terrible name. We don't really want to pull on the neck. So I'm going to do it with you fluidly, and then I'll give you the alternative. Inhale to prepare. As you come through the tough spot, help yourself through it with an exhale, a bend of the knees. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, tall. Exhale, down a vertebra at a time. Inhale, up, modification. Exhale, reach. Inhale, open the arms. Exhale, lift a little higher. Inhale, fingers back where they were. Exhale, down, modification again. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach. Inhale, open. Exhale, lift a little higher. Inhale, back here. Exhale, down. Full range. Inhale, up. Exhale, help as needed. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Inhale, tall. Exhale, rolling down a vertebra at a time, squeezing those glutes. So you do the one that makes most sense for your body, of course. One more of whichever one you've chosen. And then on this last one, we'll hug that left knee in, stretch that left low back with the right leg flexed, right foot flexed. And then we'll switch it up, left leg down, right knee in. And we're going to leave that, bend the left knee, rotate that right ankle for me, please. Goes both ways, point it, flex it. And then reach down with your left hand and let's play with those toes. Maybe you put your fingers through those toes. You can rest that ankle on your left thigh, playing with that foot, getting lots of movement, maybe massaging the foot, maybe a fist down the arch. You can shake, shake, shake it at the heel. And then reach around, use your hands to pull that right knee towards your left shoulder. And then notice the right hip probably came up. So use your right thumb to push the right hip back down. Use your left hand to pull it across. So I'm trying to keep the right hip down as I pull that left knee across. And then I'm going to continue to bring that right knee in, but now I'm going to flex it towards the sky. Reach down with both hands, and I'm going to point and flex against my fingers. With the knee right up against my chest. And then with my right hand holding on, I'll begin to straighten that leg only to the point that works for me. And then let go, bring that to center, point it, stretch the left leg out, flex both feet, point the right toes again, turn them in like a pigeon, and then flex in a pigeon shape. And bring them open, duck-footed flex, and duck-footed point. And then bring that those arms out, make a big circle with your leg in one direction, and then the other. And then bend that knee and cross it all the way over this time to your left side. And then as you come back, let it just drape over your left thigh. Passive moment here. Then we'll drag that left heel in to increase the stretch. Maybe take your knee so it's more above your hip rather than off to the side. And then from there, thread the needle, reaching for your hamstring or your shin, shoulders back and down. And breathe. And then put the left foot on the ground, cross the right knee all the way over, lift your hips up and move them a quarter of an inch to the right, and then let the knees drop left. While you're there, straighten the left leg, bring the right knee back through center, point it up in the air, flex through the heel, and slowly bring it down and let it rest. And I hope that that right side feels amazing and different from the left. Now that left knee comes in, and then we bend that right knee again. We'll draw some circles with that left hip. And then we're going to bring that left knee up and over towards the right side. Reach down with your right hand. You can support this, playing with your foot with your right hand. As always, wash your hands before you eat. Maybe massage that foot, shake, shake, shake it at the ankle, fist up and down the arch. And then that knee comes back through center. We reach down with both hands, pressing the knee down, and we point and flex. And then we're going to stretch out that right leg. Left leg goes up in the air, flex through both heels, point through the left, pigeon foot it inward, and then flex it inward. Rotate it out like a duck, and then point it like a duck. And then bring your arms out into a T, draw a big circle on the ceiling, go the other way, bend the knee and let it come across your body to the right. As you roll back onto your spine, let that left ankle cross to the right thigh. And drag the right heel in. And let's see if we can move our knee a little bit to the right. And then thread the needle for reaching for the hamstring or the shin. And then right foot on the ground, left knee crosses all the way over. Lift your hips, let them slide a little bit to the left, and they drop to the right. And while you're there, you straighten the right leg. You pivot that left leg over, extend it up, point it, flex it, and lay it down. Hopefully they both feel fantastic now. All right, and then however you want to get there, rolling onto your side and then up and over onto your all fours. Hands are out front, tailbone is back, undulating forward and back. Rolling through your cat and inhaling through your cow. And then hands come right underneath you. We're going to tuck those toes. We're going to lift the knees, press those hips up in the air, and pedal it out. Wide stance. Walk back. Bend your knees, hands on your thighs. Roll cat. And inhale cow. Big deep breath in. And we have our curtsies. Thank you guys. Thank you.